I'm Yumi from Yumi's Dozen. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you the secret Yumi's Dozen recipe for Devil's Food Cake Cupcakes. The things you will need will be half a cup of milk, half a cup of vegetable oil, 6 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of baking soda, and 2 eggs. The tools you will need will be 1 large mixing bowl, a spatula, a cupcake scoop, a whisk, and a fork. And this is a very important step. I have a half a cup here, and I'm going to be filling this with boiling hot coffee. You want to make sure it's boiling hot, otherwise this recipe is going to fall apart. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our large mixing bowl and our flour, pour the flour in, and all the rest of the dry ingredients. So sugar, cocoa powder, and sifted cocoa powder. You want to make sure that's sifted. Baking powder. Get all that in there. Baking soda. And salt. And then you're going to whisk those ingredients together. Okay, so that's all mixed. So the next thing is we're going to mix up our oil and milk together. So pour the oil into the milk. And take your whisk and just mix it up. And we're going to put the coffee in here afterwards. The coffee is going to be the last thing we use. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our eggs, crack them into this bowl. And then you're going to take your fork and mix these eggs together. Alright, so now we've got all our mixes ready, and now I'm going to head over there and make the coffee. So I just turned on the coffee machine, and the reason why we use coffee is because it melts down all the sugars and really lets out that flavor of the cocoa powder and the sugar. And the very important thing about this is that you can't wait 10 seconds, 20 seconds. You have to pour the coffee in there right away, right into the dry ingredients. Then pour this in. And what I've realized by doing this many times is that because the oil and the milk are cold, you don't want to pour the coffee into the milk and then pour this in, because it makes it so that the coffee cools down faster. A sneaky little way for kids to get some coffee. I'm going to measure out half a cup of coffee. And like I said, can't wait. You gotta just go for it. Make sure you mix it up until all those lumps are gone. It's an arm workout. And you know you've succeeded when you look at it. You look closely, you don't see any granules, and it'll be a dark brown color. Okay, so I just finished mixing the batter, and I've got my muffin tin here, and I'm gonna line it with cupcake liners. So make sure that you don't double them up. Just put them in. And you want to keep on doing that until you've got 12 of them. Alright, so we've got them in there. And now we're going to take our scoop. The scoop is roughly 1/4 of a cup. So I'm going to grab it and my batter. I'm going to fill the scoop up. And a technique that I learned is you don't want to get batter all over the tin, so put your hand under and then pour it in. It's okay if you get a little messy. So you want to be generous with your scoops. Scrape it off the side, and then quickly put your hand under and then pour it. Okay, so I just finished filling up all the cupcake liners, and now we're gonna head over to the oven and put them in. Okay, so we're at the oven now, and my oven is preheated to 350 degrees. And I'm gonna open up the oven, place them in. You don't need an oven mitt to place them in, but when you're taking them out, you must have an oven mitt, otherwise you're gonna burn yourself. So we're gonna have these cupcakes in here for 20 to 30 minutes, depending on your oven, and just keep on checking on them. And the way to tell that they're ready is that you take a toothpick, stick it in the cupcake, and if nothing comes off on the toothpick, then you're good to go. So now we're gonna start making the decorations to go on top of the cupcakes. And it's a 60s theme, so we're gonna make some peace signs. So you're gonna need a couple different colors of fondant to make it more 60s-like, and we're gonna make them tie-dye. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put them together, and you're gonna try and make one form with it. And then what I like to do is make it into a log, and then kind of twist it around a little bit, and then squish it back in, and then twist it again, until you've got a nice tie-dye effect. So you want to like evenly distribute the colors throughout the whole thing. Wow, look how cool this looks. It's like tie-dye. You can see all the colors. Now it's time for that secret Yumi's Dozen chocolatey creamy icing that you guys have all been waiting for. Top secret. Shh, till now. What you're gonna need is 200 grams of semi-sweet chocolate. Of course, you could use any type of chocolate you want, but I suggest semi-sweet. And 100 milliliters of cream. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your cream and microwave it until it starts to boil. We're gonna start with about 30 seconds. You wanna be really careful not to overboil it, otherwise it's gonna get everywhere. It'll be super messy. Okay, I heard some sounds. Let's take a look. Yeah, you see it? It's boiling. I'm gonna grab it, pour it over the hot cream over the chocolate. I'm just gonna put the chocolate all the way down to the cream. Let it sit for a little bit. So you can see the cream is helping the chocolate melt. And then you're gonna start stirring it very slowly. You wanna make sure you don't splash cream everywhere. Just slowly increase in your speed. So it looks like nothing's happening over here, but after stirring it for a while, you're gonna end up with a nice glossy icing. There we have our gorgeous ganache, and you can see that when I take a spoonful of it and I start to wave it around, then it makes ribbons on the top. That's just the consistency you want it. We are ready to decorate. So first, I've got my chocolate ganache that I just made. We've got the peace signs I just made. And we've got some colorful decorations, mini M&Ms and star sprinkles, just to make it a bit more colorful. And I've also got a couple of cupcakes to demonstrate how to do this. So for icing your cupcakes, there are two techniques that you can use with the ganache, and I'm going to show you both of them today. So the first one I'm going to show you is with a spoon. So you're going to take your ganache and your spoon. You're going to take a small scoop of icing and place it on top, and then spread it around in a circular motion. Now, when you're doing this technique, you don't want to get it all the way to the edges. You just want to kind of put it in the middle. See, that is good. And then the next technique that we're going to use is the dipping technique. So if you have cupcakes that aren't filled up all the way to the top, this technique is not going to work. But I have them that are filled all the way to the top, so this can work for me. So I'm going to take one, and I'm going to slowly dip it in straight down and twist it around. And then I'm going to do this to get all the excess off, and then flip it over. And you see you get a nice, neat cupcake that looks like it has a chocolate shell on it. And now it's time to put all the decorations on. So I've got these star sprinkles right here. So you can see they're very colorful little star sprinkles. I'm going to sprinkle some on. so got those on. Now we've got the peace signs. So we're of course gonna place one on each one. Now I know these look awesome already, but we're gonna add some M&Ms just for a final touch. Just sprinkle some mini M&Ms in there. Just add them around the border. Just to add them more fun. Ta-da! That's how you make some groovy 60s cupcakes. This is Yumi from Yumi's Dozen, signing off. Peace!